What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Comics of the Week. It's me, Jamie J. Dub. With me, as always, we got Sal, Slab Guy, Dan Kelly, and Ric Flair Comments Uncle Gary. Real fast, guys, we just wanted to throw a shout out to Mon Comics. If you guys get a chance, go check him out. We will be doing a collaboration with him on December 9th for his big live 5 episode. He's got great content. He posts weekly, 2 to 3 times a week, if anything. And he's got some great books to share, and he's going to have some great books for us to share as well. And if you need a chance and you want to check it out, go check out the CODEXstation.com. We have all the information on our site. Get some merch, meet the team, let us know what you like, don't like, and so much more. Guys, it's going to be a fun episode today, so stay tuned, and we will see you in a second. All right, let's kick today's episode off for Comics of the Week. Now, this is everything that we've got this week, whether it's new issues, back issues, or something in between. And, Uncle Gary shows off Uncle Gary things, so it's always a good time.
Mental issues.
I've got back issues.
Oh, I see what you did there, old man.
We're going to throw those back issues right to Dan to start it off.
Hey, so this is my stack. I'll start off with a reprint, facsimile, whatever you want to say, by Skybound Comics of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue 1. It's cool because it prints, like the facsimiles, it prints the, all the old stuff from it. There is a difference, though, on this from the original one from Marvel, and it's on page 11. So I'll just say it real quick. So the original issue, Marvel changed the line of dialogue that Larry Hama had written in it that Hawk says. So in the original issue, they changed it where Hawk says, "We're soldiers. Our job is to follow orders, to do the impossible, and make it look easy." And the original line that Larry Hama wrote, which they restored in this, he says, "We're soldiers. Our job is to do the unthinkable and be forgotten," which I think is a much better line than the other one, because the other one, it's like, it's like, oh, we're gonna make ourselves sound cool and badass, and that line is just, hey, this is just what we do. So then I got the second issue of Edenwood.
How is that? Because I love Tony Daniel work, so I just haven't had a chance to get it.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason I picked it up. I picked up the first issue. The first issue throws a lot at you for like world building. So I'm going to give it a couple issues to see, just because I like Tony Daniel too. So I'm going to give it a couple issues to see, like, how they bring it all together. But apparently he's got enough planned out, because the guy, Travis at the comic shop that we go to, was telling me that he kind of wants it to be like his own Walking Dead, in the sense that he's got like a long-term plan for it. So we'll see. I got Flash number 3. Which honestly, I have not been digging the first 2 issues that much. I really like the previous series, so hopefully this one picks up a bit more.
Yeah, I kind of dig it in the sense of it's different, but at the same time, I just don't know where the concept's going.
It's not his last series, like, it was serious stuff, but his last series was a lot of fun. And this one isn't so much fun. And I like Mike Deodato's artwork. I've been a fan of his for a long time, but I feel like it doesn't fit this character.
No.
As much as it fits some other stuff. Alan Scott Green Lantern number 2. I'm anxious to read that after the way the first issue ended.
Yes.
Batman Detective Comics, what is this, 1078?
Yeah.
Yep. There's been, a long-running storyline that's been running through this, but it's pretty interesting what's happening right now. This one, I think, came out last week. These next 2, I think, actually came out last week, but they weren't in my box. I guess the store was shorted on them or something, but I got them now. The Incredible Hulk number 6.
The transformation scene in that is amazing.
Yeah, and I'm glad Klein's back on as the artist, because I mean, they're only 6 issues in, and they've already had 2 or 3 issues with a fill-in artist, which is disappointing because his artwork is really good. It really fits the series.
Well, like I said, wait till you read that transformation scene by Philip Kennedy Johnson. I read the script he wrote for that. Oh my God, it's amazing. And the artwork, what the artist took from that script is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it last week, so I'm excited to read that.
Yep.
Also got Wolverine 39.
Very good.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, that was. And I don't normally read Wolverine, but Sal had me pick up the first issue of this crossover he's doing, so or the second issue of it. So I had to go back and pick up the first issue. So now I have to finish the storyline.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's good. I've been digging it so much so far, and and I'm looking forward to the one that's on the back cover for when that comes out.
Yep. I am too, actually.
Not a big Hickman fan, but I'm hoping that it'll be good. I got Titans Beast World #1.
Okay.
Looks like it ought to be cool. Good writer, good artist, good characters. So I like the direction DC's going now with a lot of their stuff. Something's Killing the Children #35. Firepower #29, which this series has been super awesome. And it's getting ready to come to a close. I think issue 30 is the last issue. I might be wrong on that, but I know that it's getting ready to end, and I think it's with issue 30. Local Man #7 with the flip cover.
Flip book. Is it a flip book or just flip cover?
No, all the issues are like that, where there's the main story that's the main story that takes place in present day, and then you flip it over to the other side on this side to the other side, and it'll be a short story taking place in his somewhat recent past when he was a member of this big time superhero team that's all like totally 90s image stuff. And they reference a lot of 90s image characters, and they'll even have some of them appear in it, briefly. So it's a super fun book. Green Arrow #6.
I'm loving that series.
Yeah, and I think this is one that was so popular. I think it was only supposed to go 6 issues.
It was supposed to go 7 originally.
But it was originally I think it was gonna be 6 or 7. And then it was doing so well. They're like, well, let's have it go 8 or 9. And then they're like, oh, well, we're gonna have it go 12. And I mean, hopefully they just keep it going, because that's been one of my favorite books each month so far.
The same thing they did with Poison Ivy. They started off and they said, hey, there's gonna be 7 issues, and now it's up to 17.
Yeah.
The last issue of Poison Ivy I read was really good. I was really, really blown away by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so DC is like, hey, let's extend these series. And Marvel's like, hey, let's cancel this series before anybody really gets into it, like Avengers Inc., which I'm disappointed at. They're just canceling that. And clearly we're not gonna get the resolution of the story the way that that the writer intended. But Captain America #3, which
nice.
The relaunch of that book has been really good. And then the last new issue I got is Moon Knight #29.
One more.
Yeah.
One more.
And that's the Avengers Moon Knight.
Then he'll be back as a mutant.
Yeah, he'll be back in the X-Men.
Yeah, they'll bring him back as a mutant. That's what they're gonna do now for everyone.
Yeah, everyone's a mutant.
Everyone's a mutant.
All
like
right.
Cylon.
Sal, you're up, buddy.
All right. Here is my stack for today. Not a huge stack, but it'll work. First up, an independent, Drive Like Hell.
Sal, they say it's not the size of the stack that counts, but it's how you use it.
Or in this case, read it.
Not according to Gary's 59,000. It is the size of the stack.
That is the moon.
I believe in quality and quantity, baby.
There you go.
That's why he's always upgrading.
That's right.
So the first issue wasn't too bad. Caught my attention pretty well. Had a lot of supernatural action in there, and they ended the first issue with the splash letters of the guy saying "Drive like hell," So that's the title from that. So
they said the name of the book in the book.
I know, it's amazing, right?
Did you read the second issue yet?
I have not. I've had zero time to read any of these. So I picked up. Also had the Green Lantern #2 of 6, Alan Scott. also have the Detective Comics one, which has also been very good. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man Gang War #1
Nice.
because nothing beats a nice gang war. And Realm of X #4. And I have Immortal X-Men #17.
I like that cover.
That's a nice cover, isn't it?
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
that.
I got Tim's favorite, Amazing Spider-Man #38.
Yep. That's
Yep.
all you need.
Some good Zeb Wells goodness in that. I also have the Wolverine #39, which I can't wait to read. And also this one, Predator Wolverine #3.
Yes.
I picked up Spider Woman Gang War #1.
I want to jump on that event so bad. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to pull the trigger.
Well, take her to dinner first. Don't jump on her right away. Come
Yeah,
on,
warm
be
her up some.
civilized. Yeah, be
That's
civilized.
how I attack. Yell surprise, and then it's
Be all
over.
surprised. Okay.
That's how he pounces.
Surprise and it's done. Okay. Marvel Zombies #2.
I love everything Marvel Zombies, but I'm gonna be the idiot that waits till I get it in the collected edition, probably.
I think me too. Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my stack for the week.
Whoa.
Ooh, wow! Usually sale goes a lot longer, but today's another 32nd day for my boy.
I'm just too excited about my book. Sorry.
All
Hey,
right.
if you start at the same time, you should finish at the same time, right?
Yeah, consistency is key.
It's
But
As long as
Warrior
as
tonight.
long as she's happy, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
But I'm up. But before that, there's 3 things I do want to talk to you guys about real fast. First thing being, go check out our sponsor, W Energy. It's W Energy. You can go to w.gg and get your order. I mean, all the guys here have tried it. We all love it. It's the cleanest form of energy you can get on the market today. It's nothing like, the Monsters, the Red Bulls that give you the jitters if you have too many of them, and doesn't leave that bad aftertaste in the back of your mouth like, those do. So definitely go check them out and save yourself 10% on the order using the keyword CODE-X. It's CODE-X. Save yourself that 10%. So definitely go check that out. Now, the second thing, we will be collabing with Mon Comics. If you guys have not had a chance to check him out yet, we will have his info in the description down below. And it's going to be amazing. Most of the crew is going to be there. They're going to be doing the Big 5 Live where they show off their 5 best books. And trust me, you do not want to miss out on this. Mon is an amazing creator, has some amazing shorts and content all the way around. It's a good time for everybody. So definitely go check that out, and go check out the codexstation.com so you guys can, figure out timing and everything else for that. And lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is a big shout out to our very own Uncle Gary, who has hit a milestone of 59,000 comics. So I'm going to let you actually have the floor for a second.
Milestone.
Am I going to? Okay, you're right. So this is the time where I list every one of my books, all 59,000.
Yes.
So we're going to start out. I've got Justice League 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, okay. it might take a while to list. It'll be
What's the
longer
X-Men
than
run
one
at?
of our-
What's the X-Men
it'll be
run
longer. Yeah. Oh, my run. Let's
Yeah,
see.
the X-Men run.
Oh, my X-Men run.
Yeah.
Starts. My Unbroken X-Men run starts at number. 1. That's
One.
right. Number 1. Starts at number 1. So yeah, 59,000 books. That's a nice big round number. So I thought that was kind of interesting today to hit that number. So I think we all love milestones here at the Codex station. So when we got our 1,000, we appreciated that. When Dan got his 800th Instagram follower, we appreciated that. And remember that we are still pushing hard for DK. 1K for DK. So we got to get him 1,000. 1,000. We got to get him 1,000 on that. So, but yeah, we love those big, fat, juicy round number with lots of zeros. And 1,000 from now, that's 60,000. That is going to be a hell of a number when I hit there. And next year, I hit a big mark next year, a round number in a different way. Next February will be my 50th year of collecting. 50 consecutive years. Didn't stop, not for a day. So that's how you get 59,000 books. You collect for almost 50 years, and you never stop for a single day.
That is definitely life goals.
Builds muscles too. Builds muscles.
Yes.
So thank you.
No problem.
That's
Everyone,
right.
throw Uncle Gary some love in the comments if you guys get a chance to, because
Thank
trust me, it is a huge milestone.
Thank
But
you.
let's get into what.
Ask him in the comments if he's got a book, and he'll probably have it.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Most likely.
Like I say things all the time, like, "Hey, you got this one?" He's like, "Oh, you mean this one here?" And I'm like, "How?" But I'm gonna get into
Yep.
mine, and as usual, guys, I'm always a week late because of the fact that I live in Bufu, Wisconsin, and it takes me an hour just to get to my comic shop. So you guys have to deal with it, and I love reading them anyway, so I deal with it too. But to start off, I got something epic, number 7.
Oh, nice.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, that is
I'm
a cool
loving the
cover.
run. Next up, Void Rivals number 6.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Digging
That's a
that
good
series.
story.
One of the ones that I'm loving the most right now, that's going to be going on for about another year, because I think it was a year and a half they were going to put out for it. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Darkest Hour 114.
Ooh.
Nice.
Did you see the Kickstarter that the Pink Ranger
Yeah, the return.
wrote the book for? It got funded. It's like so far above the
Oh,
funding.
it broke the threshold by like 300%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I did tell Uncle Gary at the beginning, I'm wearing my red hood shirt for a reason, and I found it, but it's a facsimile, and I don't care. I'm just happy to own it. But I got Batman 357.
There you go.
All right. Awesome.
His
First
first
opinion.
Jason.
Yeah.
You know how happy I was to see that, and I was like, "Ooh, it's the last one." I had to. I couldn't.
Well, technically,
become a
you have a
facsimile
copy
guy.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just I'm happy I can actually open it and read it at that point.
That's right.
All right, got Wonder Woman number 3.
Very nice cover.
Cool cover.
Green Lantern number 5.
Yeah, that's
Cool
a cool
cover.
cover. I
I've
love
been
that one.
enjoying that book.
So have I.
Detective Comics 1077.
I love
Oh,
that
nice.
cover. Yeah.
Hadn't seen that one.
And then Sandman number 2.
Yeah, that's a great
Cool.
cover.
That is a great
Love
cover.
the cover.
I really like the story in that book, but for me, the artwork doesn't fit the story. The artwork is a little too cartoonish for how serious the story is.
Yeah. Well,
But I'm still enjoying it.
oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely in, like having him come back through Night Terrors is probably the best thing
Yeah.
ever. But next up, Jay Garrick Flash number 2.
Fun cover. Yep.
Yeah.
Very fun. Justice Society of America number 7.
I love the Stargirl cover.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Loving
That's
it.
a great cover.
It is. Nightwing 108.
Very
That's
cool.
Yeah, that's another good cover.
Superman number 8.
That's
Nice.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
good series.
I have Titans number 5.
Very nice.
Oh, I like that cover.
Yeah. Then we got Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong, and this is number 2.
That is a fun series.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. I'm like
That is just fun.
Uncle Gary, if you haven't had a chance to yet, you should get the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus Godzilla. It's 5 issues. That's a fun read.
I'm sure it's collected, so I'll look for that.
Yeah. It's definitely, trust me, I thought it was gonna be the dumbest thing ever, and it actually was like probably the best fun read I've had in a while.
Well, you know, it's okay for comics to be fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes we forget that. It's okay. They can be fun.
Yeah, not everything has to be serious and
Mhm.
death. It can be just quirky, fun, and loopy. It's great. But
just like you, Jamie.
I know exactly. You have to be, or
Yeah.
else you can't start stuff like this.
That's right.
But you gotta have a little bit. You gotta have a touch of madness to be able to do what we do here.
I saw that the Justice League Godzilla cover that they just released the sound effect covers.
I know those will be coming in for me because I pre-ordered.
Yeah,
those.
we those came to the store. Now, do we have to have a touch of madness, or are we just touched?
Both. Has to be both. That's actually a requirement during the interview process with us.
Are you touched?
You guys try to get on, Codex Station. Those are the first two questions we asked.
Oh,
Next up, like then, Incredible Hulk number 6.
no. Like I said, wait till you read that transformation scene. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Uncanny Spider-Man number 4.
Yep, good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Carnage number 1.
That was a good issue. I read that
Oh,
one. That's
you
a good
had
issue.
Sal with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Uncanny Avengers number 4.
It's been
Nice.
such a good book.
It is.
Superior Spider-Man number 1.
That was
I liked
great
it.
too.
I liked it.
You see a trend that Spider-Man's popping up a lot in my life, and it ain't because of me.
Mm.
Spine Tingling Spider-Man number 2.
Yep,
Ooh,
I got that
that's
too.
eye-tingling.
I like that cover.
Yes.
Yep.
The Immortal Thor number 4.
Nice.
That's cool. I like. Have you read it yet?
No, I haven't gotten a chance. I'm still working my way. I'm finally like breaking the mold of everything that I need to read.
I won't spoil it for you. I'm trying to see if I have it sitting here. But the very end of that issue is pretty cool what he does. Yeah, it's that one. It's pretty cool what he does to fight this big villain.
Okay.
And it'll
So I
really
can't wait to
make
get
you,
into it because, like I said, I'm just kind of working my way alphabetically down my list and getting everything knocked out that I can.
it'll make you excited for issue 5.
Sweet. But yeah, Moon Knight, City of the Dead number 5.
Do you want to go outside? Sorry.
Yeah, I do
dog.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
My
go
dog
to
wants to
the
go
show
outside.
Let's do the podcast outside.
Sounds good.
Jamie needs a walk.
Yeah, my leg's been shaking for 40 minutes now. And then lastly, I saw this. I had to get it for obvious reasons, but Deadpool 7 Slaughters number 1.
Nice.
So those are my pulls.
Very
Next
nice.
time I am on, I'm gonna have a bunch of Heroes Corner comics, back issues, and my pull. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to show you guys everything I got. So last up, but certainly not least,
Not
Gary,
least.
the
All
king
right.
of comics. Floor is
Camp
yours.
Comics, and I love it from the Library of Comics. I love that.
Yes.
So here we go. Weekly pull list. We'll start out with some marvelous books. There we go. The Amazing Spider-Man Gang War number 1. Who doesn't love a good gang war?
Yes.
Who doesn't love some hacking and slashing? In this book, there's a lot of hacking and a lot of slashing.
Oh, I can't wait to read that one.
No, me
Yeah.
neither. I've enjoyed it so far. Avengers Inc. So
disappointed that they canceled that.
like Dan, I'm disappointed that's being canceled. I haven't read it yet. I look forward to it, but I love Straczynski's work on pretty much everything. So Captain America, I'm all in for Straczynski. I've loved the first couple issues I've read.
Artwork's been really nice too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely it has. X-Men Blue Origins. In this book, there's a revelation about Nightcrawler's daddy. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
So his revelation about his daddy. Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Who's
Yeah,
your
we'll
daddy?
find out.
Well,
You'll find out.
With the
well, I
playing
have a
game,
story for you.
it's called Who
Who's
is
your
Your
daddy?
Daddy and What Does
And
He
what
Do?
does he do?
Okay. King Kong.
Nice.
Nice.
King Kong, the Great War. Like that. Yeah. Good book. I'm enjoying this book. My independent book. I got the Berserker.
I can't wait for that.
Fallen
I can't wait to
Empire. You want me? There's good nudity in here. You want me to show you?
I was gonna pick.
The last book, is it poetry? Some poetry. But the last book, that was phenomenal.
Yeah. So I look forward to reading it. It's kind of, I've gotten a kick out of it. So
See, they had that one in my box and the one shot that came before it a couple months ago, and I just couldn't do it because I was like, it's $10 for it, and it's not really like it's that much bigger than a standard issue comic.
Yeah.
well, that is true. I get it. You know, this economic decisions must be made when you're dealing with your collection. That's for sure. I got City Boy, and I've gotten the last 2 issues because there's a Swamp Thing crossover. But one thing I want to point out in the DC books this week is a really wonderful tribute to Keith Giffen.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I
So
love
nice.
that Kevin McGuire artwork he did with all of his
Yep.
characters.
Yep. So nice tribute to Giffen, and a lot of nice words said by fellow creators. You know, DeMatteis, Cavallari, Jurgens, Wade, Levitz, Lee, Dan Didio, Lemire, Helfer. So, you know, a lot of seasoned pros, you know, gave a lot of love. So that's in all the DC books, that tribute. The new Penguin book. So I've been.
How is that? Because last time I got a Penguin book it was New 52, and it was like
it's like a crime book. I dig it.
One thing that I was going to say real quick. One thing that really sucked about Giffen passing away when he did is DeMatteis, when I did the interview with him, told me that that the two of them and Kevin McGuire had kind of started talking about getting together to do another series again, like maybe Justice League or something. But they were like, he was like, yeah, we just hadn't gotten around to it, and you know, now we never will.
Well, you know, that's, you know, ladies and gentlemen, that's the thing. We always think we have more time than we do. So that's why, you know, it's, you know, you embrace what we can in life, enjoy what we can, because you never know when the road ends for you. So he had a good run, but it's still gone way too soon. So, you know,
Agreed.
and that's another reason. Like I've met him I've met him, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. Go to these shows and meet these folks that have entertained you over the years and have meant something to you over the years, because you don't know how long they're going to be there. And just to tell these people that their work has been meaningful to you is a big deal. But to tell people you appreciate them on a totally unrelated note, I got to do that 2 days ago. I got to meet one of the great Washington Redskins, Charles Mann, and I got to meet him at a bank here in Leesburg, and we had about a 5-minute conversation. You know, we talked. He asked me my name. You know, he wanted to interject and have a conversation like that. So I got to shake his hand and tell him how much it meant to me sitting in the stands at RFK Stadium all those Sundays, watching him and his teammates, you know, produce great victories on the field. So when you see these people that mean something to you, you know, it kind of makes their day when you tell them that, you know, that they had a positive influence in your life and gave you some joy and pleasure. So, you know, get out there and meet these folks when you got an opportunity. So public service message over. So thank you. All right.
On to the books.
On to the books. Harley Quinn, the new Harley Quinn 34.
Mm-hmm.
So she's cleaning up a mess. All right. Mess she probably made.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Green Arrow. Again, loving this book. I look forward to reading this issue. It's been a lot of fun. Love my Archer. Flash being kind of unraveled here by the coil. So that, you know, that doesn't look good. You know, like he's being peeled by an apple, it looks like, by an apple peeler. So, for old Flasher. Cyborg.
The Flasher, if it was that book, it would be
that wouldn't be DC.
That'd be a Black Label book.
Yep, absolutely. I am really digging this book. I know none of y'all are getting it, and we got even a Swamp Thing appearance in this. The Batman Beyond Neo Gothic.
I'm getting it.
Oh, okay.
I've been caught up.
Yeah, good book, right, Jamie?
Dude, it is so underrated. It's scary.
And there's a character that shows up, a big time DC character that shows up in here. That it's pretty cool to see that character in flashbacks. So
yeah, and you know what, to me the characters, I don't want to give too much away, because if I say a name, it's gonna give too much.
Right.
But there's certain characters that they bring into this series, and you're like, holy, to see either them aged up or turn into something they weren't ever before is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Captain America.
How did we give it away? I thought we were really cool.
I thought we were doing a good job.
Wow. You know, we're gonna have to be more. We're gonna have to be some more. You know, under the table with that, Jamie. I guess this cat character, Kyle. I think he's a cool character. I really dig that character.
The reason for why he's the way he is an amazing character.
Yeah, and I love how his reluctance to use the knowledge that was imparted upon him, you know,
whether it was good or bad.
Right. Yeah. So I really like that character. I also got the second Green Lantern, Alan Scott. I love the Arkham and the, where he's sitting on the bed in the shadow. I think that's well done. A very noir type cover. I'm looking forward to this, the Batman 89 Echoes. I haven't been getting the Batman 89 book, but I love this cover. And I love the fact that Sam Hamm is writing it.
Oh, nice.
So, and it's been years and years since he's written a Batman book. So I'm looking forward to that. My Batman Off-World. I have not read this, but Rob says this is fantastic.
That's Aaron, right? That's the Jason Aaron book, Batman?
Jason Aaron and Mankey on the art. So,
ooh, that does sound fantastic.
Fantastic Batman.
Yep. Let's see. Can I give you a good? I'm trying to find a good splash type page.
There's a splash page is a Batman book.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
So.
This is like Batman early in his career.
Well, that I'm not sure because I haven't read it yet, but it sounds good to me. And then real facsimile book, not playing with you. So this is My Greatest Adventure 99, first appearance of one Garfield Logan, Beast Boy. So when we're on with Mon Comics, we only got 5 books to show, so I guess I ought to break out some of my facsimiles for him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's what I wanted to tell him. Like, I wanted to have like a one-on-one with him and be like, look, when you sit down with Uncle Gary, you're asking for 5. I don't know if that's doable for him.
What did he say? Have you told him that yet?
I'm waiting to. I'm gonna reach out to him this week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and just be like, I'm just giving you a heads up.
I think I'm gonna mess with him, and I'll have some of the facsimile books to mess with him, and then I'll say it's too bad you're limiting me to 5 because I could have shown you this one, and I could have shown you this one, and I could have shown you this one. So
I would do that 100%. If you don't do that for me,
you should
be suspending you.
You'll be like, and if I had more time, I could have shown you like the first 12 issues of Daredevil and just like scan them all out.
Oh yeah, so I'll bring out something. It's too bad we're only doing 5 because my God, man. And he's a horror dude, so I'm gonna have to have House of Mystery 1 as one of those. I knew you liked horror too, but we could have seen this. So I think that'd be good, right?
You know how many episodes he'd have to have Top 5 Live with you on just to break the surface?
I know you and Tim are always like, for your showcase, do about a dozen books. Today it actually is a dozen because that run you wanted to see is exactly a dozen. But I'm cramming it. Like the horror books when we were doing the horror showcase for Halloween. I'm like 12 books. No effing way, man. No way, dude. I'm putting extra bonus content in there, baby. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that facsimile you got, do you have the original one?
No, of that Doom Patrol, I don't. Doom Patrol was never a comic that I went back and got. The issues are kind of pricey now, and I like Doom Patrol, but I don't love Doom Patrol, so I don't know that I'll spend that to get them. So, but the facsimile is worth getting. Again, I'm on this wagon, guys. Get these books. They're facsimile books I don't have. I mean, they're real books. When I get these, some of them I don't actually have, and this is a great way to get them. And there's some that I do have, and I want to get the facsimiles anyway because it's supporting the program. I think it's cool, and I think it's a great way to get these books. Like Jamie just got that book for the first appearance of Jason Todd. Yeah. I mean, that's a pricey book.
That was one thing with me, Uncle Gary. Like you were the one person that said it's okay to do that. Like, because I was always like, I gotta save how much to get this if I go to a show. I want that, but I don't want to go above it. And then it's like, well, why would I do that if I can get the facsimile? And you're just like, dude, it's in your hands. It's a copy of it. It doesn't mean that it's not a tangible thing.
That's right. You're getting all the original ads. You're getting everything else. The cover price has been altered, but that's pretty much it. But that doesn't mean you can't get the original down the road.
Right.
But for right now, you have a copy of that book. And why deny yourself that? I mean, and for what, $4 or $5, whatever it costs, I think that's a bargain, man. So yeah, go get those facsimile issues. All right, Power Girl, Gary Frank cover. I just love it.
Nice.
Yeah,
love that. Yep, love it. And we need a good side view of Power Girl, right? Love, man, Power Girl, man, that's a lot of woman there. That's a lot of woman there. If you're gonna get your ass beat, Get your ass beat by the best. All right. Titans Beast World. I really look forward to reading this. So, love the villain in it. I think it's pretty cool. Standard Bearer Action Comics.
That is a cool cover.
I almost picked that up, but I did not.
Yeah,
I should have.
I almost got it just because I saw the cover on the sitting on the stand. I was like, that looks badass.
Yeah, now you guys got me all messed up. I'm getting action and detective, and I'm just loving it. Now I got to go back.
Okay, so detective, this is 1078. I believe my Unbroken Detective run starts at 278. So
nice.
That's a solid 800 issue Unbroken run.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Starting from like
Correct.
1960, I think, on. So not bad. A 60 plus year straight run of detective.
Much better than mine.
It's it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, Brave and the Bold, number 7. And what's really cool is there's an Aquaman feature in there. So of course we're gonna give Aquaman a place on the cover on the alternate cover.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep. So there we go.
The art on that looks familiar.
Yeah. Shit. No. Here we go. Got to do the old man thing. Got to look at the break out the glasses. Can't do push-ups for my eyes.
Are you kidding me? I do 3 a day.
You do 3 a day?
3 eye push-ups.
Simone DeMeo, it looks like.
Okay.
Simone DeMeo did the I'm sorry. The Aquaman variant cover is Jim Chung and J. David Ramos.
Okay, that's why
yeah, it's Chung. It's Chung. I should have known that. Yeah, but I knew it was familiar enough. But anyway, so cool
that's
cover.
A great cover.
Yep, love it. So, and like I said, I'm a sucker. No matter what the A cover is, it looks like ass. I have got to buy the A cover.
See, I feel completely opposite of you. I have to get the B cover.
You have to get the B cover.
There's something about the full art that just draws me in. I can't help
it. Well, I mean, I will get, like I said, I get a lot of B covers, C covers, D covers, whatever. That if the alternate covers speak to me, I get it. But I always feel like I must have the A cover. So I've got whatever this crazy compulsion is that I have to have that. So anyway, that's all my recent. So I'm done.
I'm the same way. Like 95% of the time, I'll get the A cover. But if it's a book where, like, especially a mini series, where I end up liking, where I'm like, oh, I like the B cover more on this, then just for the, I don't know what you want to call it, but like, all right, I got the B cover for the first issue. That means all the rest of the issues for this miniseries, I have to get the B cover because I have to be, it has to be consistent. Because when I'm looking back through them and I'm like, A cover, B cover, A cover, C cover, I'm just like,
Yep, I know.
Yeah, like my the current Batman run, from Rebirth to now, I have all B covers.
Okay, that's interesting.
I think it just stems from, I don't know about you, but for me, I think it stems from, the decades of collecting where there was only one cover.
Right.
Like it was very rare that, if there was a second cover, it was something that was, like a really big deal that they did a second cover for it. So
right.
I think it's just decades of that now it's just, like conditioned, just, get the A cover.
No, I appreciate like the way anyone collects. I have no quarrels about. Like everyone's got their own preference. That's what I love about it. You know, you could be like me and get the B covers for it, and then with Marvel, usually it's just the A cover unless they mix it up with the pools. Like you and Uncle Gary get the A covers, and Sal buys everything. So
what?
Sal buys 15 copies of everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
And then goes to his LCS and buys the same thing 3 more times.
I'm disappointed because
that's a lie.
I got to the shop this week before Sal, and there's a foil variant for Conan that was on the wall, and it was like $15 or something. I was like, oh man, that's a cool comic. That's a cool cover. And the guy Obi that was there is like, yeah. I'm gonna get Sal to buy it. And when Sal comes in, he's looking at something else on the shelf. I was like, you see that Conan one? He's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm like, you should get it. You should get it, man. Pick it up. And he's like, no. I was like, I figured out how to ignore you. But I said no. And I told Obi, I was like, the only reason he's saying no is because if it was a book he noticed first and I was pushing him to get it, I bet I could have gotten him to get it.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I like I said, I know how to. I figured you out, Dan. I know how to ignore you.
He's peeped your cards.
He does the same thing to me. He's like, you should buy. I'm like, oh, look at this. He's like, you should buy it. Pick it up. Buy it. Do it. Buy it.
That's what you do to your buddies. That's what you're
Oh,
supposed
always.
to. Yeah.
Wait till the convention.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look right at Uncle Gary. I'm be like, he's gonna be like, well, I like this cover, but I like this cover too. I'm like, you can get both.
We'll see. Oh, look. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm not gonna pounce before my time. So I mean, I wish the fellows had been there when I did make that purchase, like 45 minutes later. But it's still percolating when I made those big, like I said, those 3 dominoes fell for those big 3 books I got. But I was still mulling everything over my head, and I hadn't made that final decision. But when they fell, it was one to the other, and I got all 3 of those books I wanted. Yeah,
but he asked our advice. He asked our advice, and me and Sal were both like, I think you should get this one or this one. And then when he went on the show later, he's like, yep, I got both of those. Like, cool.
Yep. I got those 3. Yeah, those 3 golden ages that I wanted. So it worked out right the way it was supposed to. So a little bit of wheeling, a little bit of dealing, and a lot of wheels spinning in here to figure out the right combination, and it worked out.
See, for me, the wheel's spinning, but the hamster's dead.
The hamster's dead. Well, they make little paddles. Clear.
Yeah.
You can resuscitate that little hamster.
The barrier is down, the lights are flashing, but the train just ain't coming.
So we're ready to get in a spotlight?
We are. Do y'all have back issues to show though?
We just showed everything.
Oh, okay.
I have no back issues right now.
Okay.
I will
Right.
next show.
Or nothing new anyways.
Okay, got you. I do have one back issue. Went by Comic Logic today, and I got it today. It's Action Comics 1051, and it's an alternate cover, but it's signed by my good friend Philip Kennedy Johnson. So
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Nice, Gary.
yeah. So I thought it was a cool Superman cover, and he's really proud of the work he did on Action, as well he should be. So, but yeah, I figured let me get that. I had to put that back because he came in and he signed some books for us that we have had a stock to sell, and I thought, you know what, that's a great Superman book. So let me get that. But yeah, Philip Kennedy Johnson with his John Hancock on there. So I'd like to see it now. Now we're showcase time. A couple weeks ago when J-Dub was on, he had a request. What was your request, J-Dub?
First appearance, Dead Man.
Strange Adventures with Dead Man. So ran 12 issues, and it started at 205. There you go, fellas. It's the first
Ooh.
Dead Man.
Nice. That's a nice.
That is.
That is.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
God.
It's like fresh off the shelf.
And through the plastic, but look at that. It's pretty, isn't it?
Oh,
Look
That
how
is nice.
Look how pretty that is.
So what grade are you giving this?
I don't know.
It's got a crease right here.
I see the crease in the corner, but
See, there's the
Yep,
crease.
that's good. I'll
But
give it
that
a 9.
crease-
I'll give it a 9.
Oh, I don't think it gets a 9, but I love your thinking. I think
they get a
maybe
little
an
different for those older books too.
Yeah.
Well, the older books do get a little more leeway. That's for sure.
Right.
But
Mhm.
I would love a 9. I think definitely could get an 8.5 though, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice looking one.
Yep. And the colors
Really
on it are
great.
fantastic. But that's the first Dead Man. That book is a little pricey. It's a little pricey. So here's the second Dead Man, 206.
That is a really cool cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So these are Carmine Infantino doing the art on these two. So after this is when Neil Adams takes over. So the first 2 issues were not drawn by Adams. So here's the first Neil Adams one.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That is pretty awesome.
The reason I asked for this is I didn't know how much I truly loved Dead Man until he came back in Night Terror.
He's always been a really cool character. I've always liked Boston Brand. So, and he has a brother. You know what his brother's name is?
Oh no,
Chicago.
Cleveland Brand.
Cleveland Brand.
Cleveland Brand is his off-brand. No, Cleveland Brand. Here we go. 208.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Yes.
There you go. See, Jamie, you asked for it. Most times I can produce it, baby. So
Yeah, I know. And it's great being able to see him.
You asked, and Uncle Gary provides.
That's
Yes.
right. Yep. 209. Another great Neil Adams cover.
Nice.
On the, I guess he's at the Ferris wheel, spinning. Yep. So very cool.
Like, and I love the fact that these look mint. Like,
yeah, the colors on that are really nice.
They are. Yep. These are all. These are all pretty
Minty.
Pretty minty fresh.
As Tim would say.
Mm-hmm. And they also look very nice in these nice Gerber bags, baby.
So how long have you had these? Have you had this run in your collection?
I think I got 205. The first one was the last one I needed, and I think I got that about 4 or 5 years ago. I think it's been now. Maybe four. So
you got them before the prices like really jumped up high.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that 205 I got for probably like the first issue. I probably got for like $170 or so.
And it's worth about 10 times that now.
Probably. Yep. So here we go. I think that's a cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
With the hook. So. Yeah, that's what is that 210.
Well, not even just the hook, the way they have Dead Man colored on there compared to
he's faded. He's faded.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep. So, all right. Here we got 211.
Ooh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
My killer, not you.
Yeah. So 211.
Cover, everybody. You could go on there and sketch the villain in yourself.
Yeah, you could.
There you
better
go.
not do it on my copy. You can do it on your copy. Yeah, have fun. And again, the ends, the corners are pretty nice on this. The colors.
It does look like it. Yeah.
I love that. I love the Dead Man logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. He has his head in there.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the coolest things about Blackest Night was when Dead Man was made alive, which was really trippy. I mean, that blew my mind. I thought that was just amazing. That Boston, and blew his mind too, that Boston Brand was alive. Couldn't believe it. Oh God. 212. Absolutely love this cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So very cool. Love the base. Love the punches. Love the rage. Fellow with the hook that killed him. Yeah. So Dead Man. Strange Adventure. So it's neat. And I like how the masthead was misplaced for this, so you could get as much of that image in there as you could. So love that. All right. Then we got number 213. And I love, you see Dead Man's profile up there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't die, Tiny.
Tiny. Yep, Tiny's one of his circus buddies. Tiny's a good dude. Don't die, Tiny. So, but I love Dead Man and his hand down here, the astral nature of it. So I just think it's so cool. It's a very trippy title. Very trippy title. Yep, this is 214 now. So, and pretty cool. Pretty cool power set of Dead Man too. That he possesses the living and takes over their body, and they have no idea of what they've been doing. So, I just think it's a neat power to have. Neat character. I love that he was an aerialist, and of course they borrowed from the great '60s TV show The Fugitive, and in the movie, and they did a remake with the movie, but in The Fugitive it was a one-armed man that killed Kimball's wife. So here's 215.
Oh, that cover is really cool.
Yeah,
that is.
So yeah, you're dealing with that's the leader of the League of Assassins back there. We've seen him in DC Comics quite a bit. So Adams was the first one to draw him and create him. So, and again, Dead Man screaming in his like astral form up there. And then the finale, 216, the last Dead Man issue.
Nice.
Right there.
I love it. I love every one of them.
Yeah. So, and they're all pretty high grade. All of them are pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty good
The
looking.
colors on all of them look really nice. It doesn't
That's
look like
true.
there's a bunch of, it doesn't really look like there's spine damage or anything. Or
No. See my spine? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty nice.
Yeah. I agree with Dan. The colors pop on every
Yeah.
single one of those.
yeah,
There's no like. It doesn't look like there's a break or a fade in anything.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And again, let's just go back to the piece de resistance. Except for that
That
little
crease
bit,
there.
that crease there. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. So I think anybody'd be happy to have that as their, Strange Adventures 205.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
You wouldn't kick that out of bed, would you?
No.
No.
I wouldn't even sleep in the same bed. I'd sleep on the floor and let that thing have the whole thing.
Jamie would tuck it in, tell it a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Yep.
And treat it like the princess it is. Yeah,
Yes.
I tell you. So yeah, that's just, and it's a cool cover too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool cover, and it tells you everything you need to know about the origin of Dead Man.
I know it. As soon as I like that's gonna be the one I want. That's gonna be the one I'm looking for.
Yeah. Well,
But as soon as I kept thinking about it, I'm like, Uncle Gary has it. I know he's got it. I don't even have to ask. But can you just show it?
yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what's fun about this, and like I say, we'll see what our buddy from Mon Comics thinks when he limits me to 5. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Mon Comics, guys, again, if you guys have been following so far, December 9th, we're collabing with him. He's doing his Big 5 live, and a bunch of the guys are going to be there from it. Go check it out. Definitely do that. I mean, do you guys have an idea of what you guys are going to show off so far? Or?
Oh yeah, I already got my books picked out.
I expect, like I said, you want me to show some of the big guns. So,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to throw out my facsimile copy of Brave and the Bold 28. So, and I'll give him the whole spiel, like, I do have a facsimile of this. So hopefully he's not watching it.
Wait, no, this is the real one.
Yeah. So probably Brave and the Bold 28. I think I need to show an AF-15 just to blow his mind.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, my Genesis book, because it's 5 most important book, the Justice League 111. I think I'll show my beat to hell copy of that.
First Swamp Thing?
No, well, I thought about that, but I thought Swamp Thing 9 might be a better choice. So that's my favorite cover of all time. And
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think I probably ought to have a bunch of the copies, and then maybe Showcase 4, the first Barry Allen, first Flash.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And
then, like I said, have some of those other books on hand. Like, man, you told me it can only be 5, so you can't see this one, can't see this one, can't see this one.
He's gonna lose his mind.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah,
especially if you break out some really old horror books. I think that'll really make crap the bed on that one.
Yeah.
If you see this, man, I'm just letting you know. This is what's
warned. We're plotting against you, buddy.
Already.
You limit Uncle Gary. That's all you're gonna get. You're not gonna see any more.
No much how much you beg or cry.
He'd be like, and you know what? After those 5, I mean, I couldn't show you all of these. So
I know, dude. I mean, you limited me to 5, dude. That's a difficult thing to do. Look at what you're missing, baby. Baby,
I couldn't show you the first Fantastic Four. I couldn't show you this dozen first issues of Daredevil. I couldn't show you the first
X-Men 1.
I couldn't show you the first Dead Man.
Yeah.
Or how about that issue that was just lying around, that Silver
Surfer 4?
Yeah. Yep, that was just lying there. I can't even show you that.
Yeah,
This
you
is
know
on
what?
my coffee table.
So I should probably pick up something like this and then get a bunch and just fan them and say, I can show you any of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yeah,
Well,
this
okay.
first appearance, Thor. I mean, we just didn't have time.
the Journey to Mystery 83. Yeah. You know,
Tim. Oh my God, this is like putting Uncle Gary in the corner.
Gary in the corner. No, yeah.
What's
That's
up,
so
Tim?
true.
that's right. You know why I'm not in the corner? Because I'm in the center of the goddamn ring. That's right.
Yeah. Well, real fast, I got a question I think is going to be perfect to end the show, and it's for Uncle Gary, obviously. So, with 59,000 comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you read bag and board?
All right. I'll tell you what. So part of this project that I underwent, that was like a 2-year project, was twofold. Was cataloging everything on CLZ
Mm-hmm.
and rebagging and boarding as much as I could in the Gerber bags and boards.
Okay.
So I have rebagged and boarded a lot. With the Gerber bags and boards, those that I put in them will never be rebagged.
Okay.
Won't need to. They are 100% acid free, 100% protected. And the books, pretty much after 1995 or so, the paper on the books are such that they don't have to have the 100% acid free because the paper is so much better. But the Gerber bags and boards make things look better. So I may go further on some of those titles that really look great. But it was quite a pleasure last year in the last couple of years, to put these great books in them, and then to do titles that aren't as expensive but look great. To put all my Warlords in the Gerber bags and boards were beautiful. You know, issues like that look so fantastic. And I still have them. That there are some bags and boards that I took off that I've had since the late 70s, early 80s in there, on titles that I wasn't giving as much love to. And you would stack them up, and when the bag stacks got this high, they were so yellow, it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, oh my God. And then the boards, especially, God, I want to say it's like 94 or 95. For some reason, the paper got better. The board, I think it was when they came, the boards would absorb the image from the back of those books.
I've had that happen.
And you could see that. And then some of them yellow, you know, had the browning around the, you know, on the board where the corners, where the edges of the book were. So some of those in the 90s, when the paper was good, it was doing that. So I have a list of books that as I finished this project, I was running out of the Gerber bags and boards. I've since been resupplied, and I have several thousand of them. And I was also checking off titles that I have rebagged and boarded and that I'm good on, but I need to finish my Punishers. You know, now I've done the mini is in the Gerber bags and boards, but the first ongoing and the War Journal, they need to be rebagged and boarded. What really needs Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I have all those issues. They need to be rebagged and reboarded. So I have those to do. And then I'm one issue away from having all of the Marvel 2-in-1 with the Hulk. I mean, with the Thing team up book. When I get that last issue, I'll put all of them in Gerber bags. So it's a process, but there are stuff that I've had way too long in the original bags, way too long. So with you know, some people tell you do them every 10 years. With the modern books, because of the paper and stuff like that, I don't think I'm going to ever have to really rebag them. But the books before 1995 to 2000, somewhere in that frame, I will rebag pretty much all of those, you know, and put them in the nice Gerber bags. But the Gerber bags are an investment.
Yeah.
You're making an investment. Those bags are not cheap.
After you told me the first time where to find them, I looked into them, and that's definitely an investment.
And when you go to a show, you can pick the books. You'll know when you touch them which books are in the Gerber bag, you know,
right?
In the really nice Mylar. You will know that. Oh yeah, you know, this is in the great bags. So, but it's worth it to protect the things in your collection. But you don't need them for any of the modern books. You don't need them for any of the books after 2000 unless you just want them to look spectacular.
And that'd be me. Like I'm
Yep.
a when it comes to my collection, I need it to look good and shine.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that's why I'm like, I think I'm gonna start going with the Gerber. Just like start one box at a time.
Right. And the other thing with the Gerber bags and boards, I didn't do it with my Strange Adventures because there's only, there's not a whole lot of them. But a lot of my runs for the collection, I'll have 205 and then 206 on the back. And that saves money, right? Because I'm not selling them at a show that I have to have them split up, right? I'm having them for my horror books, I kept them just on one side because it's easier to display them that way, to have people look at them that way. But like when I did my Spider-Man run to 441 that he did, once I got past, I don't know, maybe 100, issue 100, maybe I had just one book in, but then after that it's 101, 102, 103, 104, like that. And that saves you a lot of money when you're spending quite a bit on the bags and the boards. So I think that's a way to cut down your cost and still have your books protected in a nice way. So now, do you all do the same thing? Do you rebag and board constantly?
I find myself I already did one round of rebagging boards, and that took me forever. But I didn't know about the Gerber bag, so now it's like probably within the next year or two, I'm gonna probably start that.
Well, buy them in piecemeal when you can. I mean, I'm lucky that I'm close enough to the where you can get them in Baltimore that I don't have to pay the shipping costs. That I got a buddy that'll pick up a bunch at a time, and I piggyback on him and tell him, give him my money and give him my order, and then he comes with over, because especially the boards. The boards are heavy, but Dan and Sal are in the same boat where they could go pick them up, and if you pick them up in person like that, I think you don't get taxed on it. I think, or your tax is really low on it. I think something like that. So
okay.
Well, I mean, I'm in the process of, and it's something that's going to take me just because of the cost involvement. Like, and I'm not even getting the Gerber bags and boards. I'm just getting, the regular ones. But just the cost of it, it's going to take me years to do it. I want to, and I'm doing it with all the books I buy now, where I want I just want I have the front and backs of all of them, but I'm trying to switch it where it's just one book for most of them, one book per bag and board, just because I want it, where I can pick them up and look through them and not have to, flip them around.
Oh, definitely personal preference. I do it because it saves money and I'm cool with it. But definitely, and also it takes up less space too in your boxes and all.
Yeah,
when you got as many as I can, because if one board is servicing two books. If I had one board for one book, it would be, however many books are in there, that many boards would be in that long box, and I could, or in my shelves. So it is also a space saver for me. So, and even the bags too. When you think about it, the bags are very thin, but if you've got 100 books, 100 issues in a certain space that are double-sided, if you were to add 50 more bags and 50 more, even 50 more bags add up more. So it's also a space issue for me.
It's real easy. If you want to know how much extra space is going to take up in a box, just take the pack of bags and boards before you open them and just set them on the back of the box. Be like, all right, it's going to be this much more space, that you could pull out that chunk of books. Be like, this chunk of books is going to have to find somewhere else to be.
And Sal and Dan, the books that I gave you when y'all came, those are in Gerber bags and boards.
Oh, and I still got them in that.
So those I'll put them in the nice bags and boards to just kind of enhance them and make them prettier.
But I've got I said all the new books I've been buying for the past 6-7 months, however, since I started this, all of them are just one book per bag and board, and then I buy them usually off of Amazon when I could find a deal for like $40 or so to get 200 bags and boards at a time. And and I'll get them. I found it's cheaper to get them. That's the cheapest place I found to get them. and I'll do that. So I'll like box up, or I'll bag and board up all the new issues that I have sitting there that need to be done, and then I'll start pulling stuff out of the back where I'm like, okay, I have this many done, so I'm going to do like this whole, like you said, like I'm going to do this whole run of Punisher like this, or you know what, I've got the original Iron Fist was not a long series, so I'm just going to put all of them in it. But yeah, with some of these books, like the really old Avengers or X-Men, or like the older Justice League, I have the ones that I bought when I was a kid. Like, some of these are, like you said with some of yours, these are in the same bags and boards that they've been in since like the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And when I pull them out and put the new bags and boards in them, I'm like, man, this old bag and board is just disgusting.
Oh, especially when the bags get ripply.
Oh yeah. And then and especially too with with having them in the boxes and trying to fit them all in the boxes, that when you take them out and you like peel the it's almost like the bags stick together.
Yeah.
And you hear this like peeling sound when you take them apart. You're like, yeah, it's definitely time for this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very satisfying to put these books that are in the bad bags, put them in nice bags and have them, just sparkle. It's a very cathartic thing.
Yeah. It's fun going through your collection too and being like, oh yeah, I
remember that.
I could reread this series. Oh, I remember that. Especially for me, because I bought, I spent years buying like back issues really before I got new books, because I would just get them when I go to antique stores and stuff with my parents, and it gives me those memories of, like where I was, when I got these books, like in my life, or specifically where I was when I, where I actually bought it, and I'll remember like, oh yeah, I got this issue of Flash 350 when I was at this air show in Oshkosh, Wisconsin with my dad. It's fun, kind of having those memories too. Sal doesn't have to rebag and board anything; he just sends it all to CGC.
Yeah, there's no reason to bag and board anything with case.
Jeez,
well, when you're named
guys.
the slab guy, you got to live up to that. I do know with my CLZ stuff, Jamie, you were telling your gal that I have a lot of doubles. My doubles really aren't. I don't know how to list that I have doubles unless I have a different version of a certain book as like a newsstand and a regular.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I have books that are doubles that aren't recorded. So, I may be over 60 right now, but I have no way to measure that or gauge that.
Yeah, so CLZ actually, I think, calculates doubles kind of weird. You can let's take for example a Venom book that I may have purchased more than one copy of.
Mm-hmm.
300.
May have. Fair enough. All right. Let's just use this hypothetical
May
situation.
have.
Hypothetical. So when you're entering in CLZ, you can actually select the quantity. Okay.
Oh,
So when you select the quantity and say, "Oh, I purchased 10 of this particular issue," not that this has happened. I'm just saying.
you're telling us for a friend.
Yeah. Just tell this from I've seen this happen. So it doesn't count the extra ones that you put in. It'll record the book as one. Okay. But if you scan each individual book and put it in that many times, it counts towards that total.
Oh, counts toward the total, but it'll only show you have one, but it'll count toward the total.
No. It'll list it. Let's say I have Venom number 20 and I scan it 10 times and I've got 10 entries for number 20.
Yeah.
And let's say it's the 20A book. Okay. It'll show me 10 lines, 20A. Okay. But when I scan it in and I change the quantity in that pre-screen, when it's asking to fill in some extra stuff, you could change the quantity there, and then it won't show you the extra 20 lines. It'll only show you one.
See, these are parts of that app that I have never explored. So there's a lot.
So
yeah.
So for my rebagging experience, I've done it once when I actually moved my collection to the storage facility. So I'm going to, when I bring it out of the storage facility, do a rebagging of everything. But I've actually been trying to convert everything to these plastic boxes because my cardboards are just not cutting it anymore.
No, those boxes are good. I tell you what, we can help you with that rebagging and all. Tell us where the storage facility is, and we'll go there and start doing it for you.
Yeah, man. I've
Sure.
told you before. Just let me know the address. Let me know the locker combination, and I'll be happy in my free time to go there and just start helping you out with that.
Oh, I appreciate that, guys. You guys are amazing. And
Yeah,
I'll
when
get
I
back to
fly
you.
out,
Over to
I'll
you
these,
know,
get back to
I
you.
like he's switching over to these plastic bins because then he takes his old cardboard ones and gives them to me. So as I'm rebagging and boarding stuff, I'm like, oh, well, all this stuff doesn't fit in the long box anymore. Oh, I've got this stack of short boxes. I can just, start putting them in there.
Right.
yeah. But
So
That's how we do it at the Codex station.
we recycle.
recycle, hand me down.
The recycle of life.
Yeah, of comic life.
That's right.
Yep. Exactly.
But great place to end, guys. Again, thank you all that showed up today, watched this. Like I said, drop a like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, Mind Comics, December 9th. It's going to be a great episode. I'll have the description down below. As always, I am J-Dub. And with me, as always, Sal, the Slab Guy. Tell them where they can find you when you're not doing things on Codex.
All right. You can always find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner and Instagram as the Slab Guy 77. But head over to the codexstation.com because there you will find our scheduling of when we do our shows, and that Mon special event is also listed there, so you cannot forget. And down below me is Dan, the man, the master of Instagram.
Yep, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. Post art and music a few times a week. Just yesterday, I posted a cover I did of a song that I've covered for years, "Streams of Whiskey" by the Pogues, because the day before Shane McGowan unfortunately passed away. If you've never listened to Pogues, I highly recommend it. It's just, it's amazing music. His lyrics are really great, and that's why I picked that to do. So like Uncle Gary always says too, I post a few things on the Comic Character the Page Day on Facebook all the time, so check that out. And I always forget to mention until after the show, I also run a meme page on Facebook, so you can go join that.
Yep.
It's called "We're All Doomed, So Let's Have a Laugh While the World Burns."
Great site. Love that site.
Yeah.
I started it at the beginning of COVID because everything was depressing and sad, and I started it and invited all my buddies to it, and I'm like, let's just have a place where we can post some dark, some funny memes, some dark memes, anything you want, as long as it's funny, so that we can make each other laugh. And people kept getting invited, and then people just started requesting. We're like 500 plus members now, and I approve every request that comes through because it's a place to go and get a laugh. So come have some fun there. But the guy next to me has got a lot going on. He is the kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, styling and profiling, bright lights, big city, Ric Flair of comics, Uncle Gary.
Woo!
I love how you didn't show that you read that at all.
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. That's why DK is my road manager. That is why he cuts the wheat from the chaff, and he comes strong all the time. And that's exactly what all the gals say about him too. That is the man. So go see DK on his Instagram. He's got over 800 followers, but we have a mission. Our mission is 1K for DK. Let's
1K for DK.
Let's get him over that finish line. Let me give some love to Sal the Slab Guy too, who has built and remastered that website. I do not know shit about tech, but I know that when I go on there, it looks so much better than what it did before. It's actually something that's cool to go to, and we owe kudos to Sal and his expertise because, again, I don't understand what goes into it, but god dang, I know what looks good, what sounds good, and I bet it even smells good. Go to the Codex website. So please come see that. Now, as for me, thank you for that wonderful intro. I am a proud co-owner of Comic Logic. We are Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. Dan and Sal have been there to us. He's come see us. We love to have their patronage there. We would love to have you come in and see us if you're in Northern Virginia and get your books, talk comics. And if you want to see me in person, in the flesh, getting my new books, you come every Wednesday, because every Wednesday we inject those new books in these veins. We put them right in here, and those books, they give you comic muscles. They give you long box lifting muscles. They give you muscles to turn pages all day long, baby. Comic books and push-ups give you big muscles. So that's my advice for you. You do that. Come see us at Comic Logic. We also do a Facebook Live show the first 3 Thursdays of every month. So we are myself, my best friend Mike Harbor, who just had a birthday celebrated. He and Rob Kalin, the principal owner. We are Ye Grumpy Old Nerds, and you can come see our nonsense. We'll talk comics, we'll talk sports, current events, movies, TV, that kind of wonderful thing. And soon we will have a very special guest on that I'll get to in a second. Also, Dan alluded to it. Comic Character of the Day is a site started by our good buddy, Archduke Kevy. He is the reason that we are all acquainted. So Codex owes him an incredible debt of gratitude for bringing us all together. So that site is amazing. I post the cover of the day under Taylor, which is my Facebook name. Dan is posting the random panel of the day, the question of the day. Sal is a frequent poster. And the man I'm going to introduce you now, he's the eyes, he is the ears, he's got his ear to the ground, he's got his eyes on the horizon to make sure we are running that site correctly. But what he has done, the reason he can do that is because he is the master planner. He is the architect. If you know anything about the high evolutionary and what he created, that is what he did. He has genetically modified this channel. He has made us all his minions in building this, and we are happy to be his minions because we are part of the burgeoning network that is just bursting at the seams. We hit 1,000 followers and we're not stopping. We are now part of a crossover event with another channel. Other people want to interact with us. Why? Because that man up there, our high evolutionary, he had a vision. He and Sonny had a vision, and they built this. They built this brick by cinder block. They put in the masonry. They got it all, and they have built these walls. They have built 4 walls, and it is going upward, and it is going upward into the heavens. It's got a broadcast tower on the top, and that radio wave is going all over the nation. You can tune in. You can see this every week, but the reason you can do it is because the one, the only, the man, the architect of Codex R1, our only, Jacob.
I love it. I love it every time.
Thank you.
This is great. Well, I don't have anything to say because Sal covered the website. So thank you for that, Uncle Gary. And guys, again, go check everybody out on December 9th for Modern Comics Collab. And again, congratulations, Uncle Gary, on 59,000
Thank you.
comics.
Very impressive.
Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, we've had fun showing off everything that we got this week. We love having you, and we will see you in the next one.